We'll
tee
let
you
you-
off.
You can, that's fair.
I don't know if I'm allowed to do that.
Totally fair.
All right. Look, I thought it was a really good win for us. A ton of respect for Tony Skinn, George Mason, their team. Coming in there 7-3. They lost 2 games. They either should have won, could have won. It's a 1-possession game with Marquette. Right at the end of the game. Their experience, incredibly well coached, disciplined. We knew how tough they were on defense. And for us, having a week off, we've obviously worked on a lot. We had good carryover. I think there's obviously a lot we can do better. But, for Kaman, to not get a shot, but he impacts the game in so many ways, protecting the rim. He has 8 rebounds. He's guarding 2. Really good big men, in those guys. And I thought, for Sion, his impact on winning, he had a plus 31. And then just throughout, I thought we made winning plays, and our defense really drove us. And I love Coop's aggressiveness. I thought Coop was really just aggressive, putting pressure on the defense. And for him, I think for any young guys, you get caught up in percentages, numbers sometimes. And for him, he just was a warrior out there. 24, 9, and 4. I think that comes with just his competitive spirit and being in attack mode. So we need him that way, and we have to help him be that way all the time.
John, Tyree said you guys had some good practices. I guess you had the week off, but I guess with exams and stuff. But how much do you think you were able to kind of get done and sort of carry over tonight, especially when defense was there all night and then you got offensively, you were shooting 52% after halftime?
Well, I thought our defense was back to where we want it, for the moment. We have to continue to improve, obviously. But what happens is when you play 10 games in a month, especially with a younger team, you lose some of the habits or some of the, automatics that we should have. And so we just had to get back to the basics, guarding the ball, rotating on defense, pick and roll coverage, positioning, scramble defense. I could go down the line. I thought we had it at a high level tonight. Our offense I thought was better. It's always better when you make some shots and that gets you going. I think some of that, our guys are putting pressure on themselves. I want them to relax and shoot their open ones with confidence. But obviously we have some work to do there. But credit George Mason. I mean, this is who they are, and Coach Skinn, what he's all about with his defense.
John, Todd said one of the points of emphasis was to get off to good starts, both the beginning of the game and the beginning of the second half. Of course, Georgia Mason call a timeout. Can you address that?
Yeah, I mean, look, that's always point of emphasis, is to get off to a good start. But the bigger point of emphasis is playing 40 minutes and how to put together a full game. And, I'm proud of this group. Not many teams could be down double digits to Kansas, Auburn. Who else am I? I had to call a timeout, a bunch of games. Louisville, same thing, we came out. But to be able to come back, so it shows we have a great competitive spirit and a toughness about us. We just have to get off to better starts. And I thought we did that tonight overall. And the thing I'm most proud of, though, is the focus for 40 minutes. And I think we were close tonight. I think we're getting closer.
It has to be nice when your defense plays so well that your offense can not have its best night and you still win easily. But that's the perfect kind of game to prepare you for the ACC schedule that you have coming up.
Well, you know what? If you look analytically with George Mason or statistically, I mean, these guys, if you see them on paper, they're an ACC team. In terms of their ranking, if you look on KenPom, if you look at anything they've done, and then you see the eye test, and physically, they look like an ACC team, And so we had a ton of respect for them coming into this, and the score may look like there's a big margin. It didn't feel easy to me. I felt every possession in this game was a fight, and it was hard to gain separation, which we finally did in the second half there. But I think it's a credit to our defense. It's a credit to the competitive spirit of our guys.
Khan's obviously been an important
Right.
off-ball mover for you guys this season, but it seems like he's starting to get to play, a little, maybe organize a little bit more pick and roll. What do you think about the chemistry, especially on those empty side looks between Khan and Cooper as the screener?
Well, Khan's been a terrific pick and roll player, all year, and he's a guy I really trust with the ball in his hands. Tonight he had 2 turnovers. Besides that, he's had the best assist to turnover ratio on the team. It's been 3-1. And he has the size to see over and pick and roll, but he also has a shooting ability where defenses has to respect that. So we have to do a better job with him, just where he's so good off the move, but then he's also good in pick and roll, and just where he knows where it's coming from a little bit more. But his passing's been a great skill for us. It's been a great asset, and we need to continue to put him in those positions.
John, I also wanted to ask you about Cooper Flagg. He's pushing a little bit tonight, so his shot's a little off. But how do you even coach a guy like that? And have you ever coached a guy with such a motor? His motor's just amazing.
Yeah, Cooper, I loved how aggressive he was, and it changes the whole dynamic of our team when he's looking to attack whenever he gets it. And some nights, the beauty with him, some nights it's going to be taking 20 shots, and that's great. Other nights it's going to be getting 10 assists, which is going to happen. And I think he's due for a triple-double. I think he's due for a 30-plus point game. He shot 40% from 3, which is really good. And I thought he missed some bunnies he's just going to make. I think it's as simple as that. And so I loved what he did tonight. I thought it was a big-time game, and he really helped set the tone for our team.
Last one here.
John, you mentioned giving George Mason credit. They're top 5 in 2-point defense,
Yeah.
top 5 in direct field goal percentage. What did they do so well close to the basket that we saw kind of translate some of this bunnies tonight?
Well, for me, it starts with they have great positional size. They can really guard the ball. And then they're probably as good of a scramble defense team that I've seen, meaning, if you do beat them, there's always help, and they're always scrambling to rotate on the backside. They're just really well schooled and drilled in being there. I think part of it's their experience. Obviously, a big thing is coaching and their staff and what they've done. But you have a small window to get shots off. And if you don't take advantage of it, all of a sudden, I thought we got stuck a few times just because of their size and their ability to scramble.
Thanks,
All right, thank you.